Am I the asshole for pretending to be an Appletarian, eating only apple-derived foods, drinks for 3 weeks as a prank, causing my friends to have an intervention for me? Written by Appletarian. I got the idea a few weeks ago to prank my friends by pretending to be an Appletarian, meaning somebody who only eats food products that are derived from apples and would only drink apple juice or apple cider. I told them all that I had read on the internet that eating only apples was the healthiest thing for you. When I first told them they thought I was joking, but they underestimated how committed I would be to a joke. So, whenever in the presence of one of my friends or friend of friends, coworkers, etc. who knew them, I was very careful to only be seen eating apples or drinking apple juice, cider. Apples whole, apples diced, apple sauce, the inside of an apple pie, baked apples, candy apples with the chocolate shaved off, etc. Finally, after about a week, they bought that I had become an Appletarian. They started giving me information about how unhealthy it was to only eat apples, and growing increasingly exasperated by it. Some of them even got angry. But I wanted to stick with the joke. Finally, after the end of 3 weeks, I walked into what I was told was a movie night but was actually an intervention for me. They were all super concerned about my well-being and had all sorts of information or whatever. Finally I started laughing hysterically. They were confused as hell, so I told them I had been faking it the whole time and had been eating real meals outside their knowledge. I even took out some beef jerky from my pant pocket to prove it and munched it. I thought they'd appreciate the joke, but they were actually really annoyed. My girlfriend even broke up with me over this because a few days ago I had ruined our date night when I told the waiter I only wanted apples because I was an Appletarian and had embarrassed her for a dumb joke. In my opinion, the joke was solid and they should appreciate my commitment to the prank. But, did I go too far? Nobody is an asshole here. I may be in a minority, but I think this is fucking funny as hell. I feel like your girlfriend overreacted, but maybe in the future, include girlfriend in said prank. Darthran 87.
Not the asshole absolute legend. That level of commitment is on par with the method acting of Daniel Day-Lewis. Thanks for the late night laugh. Not _Mount _Everest.
Nobody is an asshole here, but the date thing is really pushing it, Curlisis.
You're the asshole. Probably. Seems like you must have gone too far, since people got genuinely worried for you, and your GF broke up with you. Personally, I admire your commitment to the joke. Then again, I once made a friend cry because she never knew when to worry and when not to because another friend and I would always make stuff up. Turns out it is probably better to be kind to others and consider their feelings than to feel awesome about the pranking. Taking aback.
You're the asshole. Look, I get a good joke. I get a long-running prank. But no matter how good you think the prank is, ignoring how everyone else feels with the assumption that they'll come around is a terrible idea. You did this joke for weeks. That means you had weeks to recognize them getting worried. To recognize them getting annoyed with you. To recognize how you were hurting your girlfriend. FFS, they staged an intervention for you. Do you have any idea how serious that is? They were genuinely worried for you, worried enough that they risked you getting angry with them, you storming out, permanent damage to their relationships with you, and your reaction to their genuine concern and love was to laugh hysterically. Again, your reaction to their show of love and concern was to laugh hysterically. You may have had good intentions, but somewhere along the way, you lost the thread and went too far. Apologize. Cat's Gambit.
Not the asshole. Your GF is an asshole for breaking up with you after embarrassing her once. I'm sure that if you asked people I have dated they would say I embarrassed them on a weekly basis in one way or another. Vaseli.
I'm going to say that you're the asshole because you drew it out so long. If it took your friends literally having to set up an intervention, then there's an issue, although, props to your friends for being so concerned about your well-being. Planeswalking 101. You're the asshole, you knew they were getting worried but kept it going. A joke should be fun for everyone. Pushing it till they did an intervention was definitely wrong. And TBH, I'm thinking this is likely a troll post, cause seriously how can you not see that causing worry, which means you cause them stress too, isn't a joke? Lenithrin. You're the asshole. Your prank was to convince people who care deeply about you that you are mentally ill, because let's be honest, only someone going through an eating disorder or a psychotic break would eat only apples for 3 weeks straight. You may as well have pretended to be an alcoholic, or pretended to be having chronic daily migraines. Perhaps some of the people you fooled have or had eating disorders themselves, or watched another loved one go through one. Try putting yourself in their shoes. Imagine that someone you loved started displaying bizarre, unhealthy beliefs and behaviors, out of the blue, for 3 solid weeks, despite how much it worried or angered the people around them. And when you finally muster the courage to confront your loved one to try and get them help, they laugh at you for trusting them and caring for them. Would that leave a sour taste in your mouth? Cerebella.